It resides between my eyes. Walked through the fire, came out better on the other side. See, life's like a beach if you find the sand. And right now, I feel like 100 grand.
You are listening to Inspired Insider with your host, Dr. Jeremy Wise.
Live from the Sweet and Snack Show. Jeremy Weiss here. We're live from the Sweet and Snack Show. We are here with Mike and Jackie. And tell us a little bit about your company.
Well, we're the Lovely Candy Company. Everything we do is all about gluten-free, non-GMO, and healthy, better-for-you ingredients.
And the inspiration?
Lovely Jackie.
Okay.
She had a lot of food allergies. And through those food allergies, she developed a gluten intolerance. And her favorite candy was still red licorice. So we went out to find some gluten-free red licorice. Couldn't find it, right? So started thinking about, well, there should be gluten-free licorice in this day and age. So did some research, came up empty. And so what does a good entrepreneur and good husband do? He makes it, right? He starts a company to make the licorice. So that's what we did. That was the genesis of the company, making gluten-free licorice.
So why do you like red licorice so much? What is it?
Cherry, chew, I don't know, nonstop. It's just good.
So when he said he was going to set out to make this and start a company around it, what were your thoughts? Because you're co-creating this.
Yeah, we got started in the kitchen trying to make it. It didn't work so well, so we got some help.
Yeah, so talk about that first it didn't work so well product. What did that look and taste like?
Oh, well, I can picture it. It was on the stove, and it was very globulous. It didn't set up. So it was more like something that you would enjoy through a straw. Yeah.
So what's your background?
Well, I'm an entrepreneur, inventor. I used to make toys and children's books and things. However, I was a candy buyer a long, long time ago. So that gave me at least enough confidence to say, well, I know candy. We can do this. Yeah.
So the initial product was the red licorice?
That was the idea.
Okay.
It actually took us longer than we anticipated.
How long?
About 18 months. Yeah. So in the meantime, we used Jackie's mother's caramel formula and also created a wonderful caramel that was gluten-free. We just used her mother's recipe and changed the ingredients to fit our profile. And that was great. Yeah.
So the first product was a caramel.
And fruit juice.
And fruit juice?
Yeah, fruit juice, right. Made with real fruit, seeds, no colors.
What flavor?
Well, there was 2 packages with 3 flavors each: cherry, blueberry, apple, and I don't remember. Blackberry. Some unusual, fruits.
How do you decide to come up with those particular flavors? Because you can,
It's a consumer group of 2. No, not really.
That's all it
No.
meant.
We like it.
Because you don't sell it, you eat it all.
That's right. No, we can, we do certainly do a sphere of influence, and then we look at the macro trends, So a lot of things that we're coming out with now, the macro trends are in our favor. When it comes to certain things, certain new ingredients like honey. Honey's been on a fire trend for a couple of years, and we're doing a lot more.
We have this. These
Yes,
are the
honey gummy bears. That's
These
right.
are really delicious.
We think they're the best gummy
Yeah.
bear in the world. Yeah, and they have no gelatin. And 30% of that product is honey, so they're just delicious.
So caramel, then the fruit shoes. What were the next products?
Finally got the licorice done.
You did.
Yeah, we did a black.
Why is it so hard?
Well, all licorice, typical licorice is wheat. That's the number one ingredient, right? And there's a certain way that that type of product behaves when it's cooked and then cooled and extruded through those large extrusion machines. And gluten-free ingredients typically don't want to cooperate very well with that type of machinery. So it's a lot of chemistry. Yeah.
So where can you find your products? Where can people get them?
Oh boy. So we're in kind of all channels, a lot of different grocery stores, in and out of different grocery stores on the West Coast, like Ralph's and Raley's. We've been in and out of Publix. In the Midwest, the Fresh Market, soon to be Fresh Time. in and out of Woodman's. We've been in Myers, and then we do C-stores like Plaid Pantry out in the West Coast and Come and Go in the Midwest. A lot of airports across the country.
Is it difficult to like the airport piece or getting in airports or not really?
I think the airports these days are really catering to new discovery of new interesting brands, because I think that draws in those travelers into the stores because they see something new. Yeah.
What about where can they find on your website? What's your website?
Our website is lovelycandyco.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so I want to talk about some proud moments, some milestones, but with your journey, what are some of the challenges in this in the candy business?
Well, candy business, or maybe any food business or any consumer products business, going out and fighting to get that new distribution. And then once you get it, you may not sell as well as a major, 25-year-old historical brand. Yeah. And that's a hard thing to overcome with buyers, that expectation of, well, it doesn't sell like brand A. Well, it's not going to sell like brand A, and it probably is not going to sell like brand A next year either. But as an industry, if we're all embracing innovation, we have to continue to rotate in new products, try new things. That's good for the industry, it's good for the aisle, it's good for the consumer, and that provides treasure hunts for the consumer when they come into the aisle. Not always the same, right. And that also brings in new folks. So it's a very important part of the industry, having innovation, and but that was probably a challenge. Yeah.
I want to get each of your proud moments, like a milestone that you're especially proud of from the lovely journey. Jackie, what's been a moment that you look at and think, this is...
Speaks to me most because I'm a gluten-free consumer, and when I would go to like the gluten-free expos and do our product, there were people there that had never had licorice, or people who haven't had it in 10 years because they found out they were allergic. So to see those smiles on people's faces, like real joy, that makes me happy.
Yeah, totally. And then what about you? What's been a proud moment from the candy journey?
Well, honestly, I get the same amount of satisfaction when I see people eat the candy and they just love it. But I will say, so there's that, and there's also, every time I see it on a retail shelf, I get the same amount of gratification that there it is. Yeah. We're doing the right thing, and we just got to keep at it, and more consumers are going to find it and love it, and so I get it every day when I see it at retail.
What's on the horizon for products or the company?
Oh boy. Well,
what are you working on?
We have no shortage of products at the moment. We love to innovate and think about, well, what else can we do with those ingredients, or how can we change a conventional product into something that's very interesting. We like to give a hook to everything that we do. So, we have a very long roadmap. I will say that down the road, we are looking at, down the road, maybe we inch our way a little more out of the confectionery space or further on the fringes of the confectionery space and start talking about snacks, whatever that means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so you sort of have some snacks here, right?
Yeah. Pretzel balls, gluten-free pretzel balls. Yeah. So that's kind of like salty, crunchy, and sweet.
Yeah, totally. Well, you guys, everyone should check out lovelycandy.com. Yes. Is that the website?
Lovelycandyco.com.
Lovelycandyco.com. Check it out from the Sweet and Snack Show.
What I got, you can't buy. It resides between my eyes. Walked through the fire, came out better on the other side. See, life's like a beach if